I have some thoughts. I had some thoughts earlier that were half formed. They're still not fully formed, but they're mostly there, and they're there enough that I'm content to share them with you. I'll stop pointing with my pen now. Gene Wilder passed away today. Rest in peace, Gene Wilder. I do sincerely wish that. I jotted down this list of names. It's a pretty long list for 2016. Yeah, I mean, we started off the year with David Bowie and Alan Rickman, and that was a nice double whammy. But you've got people like Prince, other musicians. You had Glenn Frey. You had George Martin, the fifth Beatle. Maurice White of Earth, Wind and Fire. Doris Roberts. And then you had the sort of unexpected death of Anton Yelchin. And we also had a fair bit of non-entertainers, but nonetheless people in the public eye. You had Nancy Reagan pass away, and Elie Wiesel, and then athlete, entertainer, activist Muhammad Ali. They all should rest in peace. I think, though, instead of just sort of being sad, a lot of people, in a positive way, have taken to identifying their own personal associations, and that's a step in the right direction. But I think we should all go one step further. When a public figure whose life, example, experiences resonate with us, what we should do is more. Gene Wilder made a lot of people laugh. And even in his more serious roles, he made them feel. Robin Williams last year, oh geez. But David Bowie and Prince and Muhammad Ali, in my mind, are some of the ones that have particularly strong personal identifications with a lot of different groups, a lot of mainstream groups, a lot of marginalized groups. What we all should do when, in such a tragic way, we get this nice moment to celebrate that individual, what we should do is use that as a rallying cry to do more. I've seen a lot of my comedian friends online. They're saying that his comedy has inspired them. Good. Take that and make comedy. Share your gift. Or perhaps if you're not a comedian, but Gene Wilder has made you laugh, embrace that and seek to share that with others. You don't have to go up on stage and be a stand-up comedian. It could be as much as just finding the humor in a situation and sharing that. In the case of Prince and David Bowie in particular, who gender bent for people who do not feel confined to the binary, embrace that, share your experience so that someone else doesn't feel alone. One of the main reasons for me launching into this is that the deaths of these public figures, a lot of these public figures too, have just died of old age. Yeah, maybe they didn't live that healthily, but it should be a reason to, get out and exercise. These old age, Gene Wilder was 83. There's not much preventative you can do when you're 83. What strikes me then is some of the largely preventable deaths we've had this year. All of the different shootings, all of the contentious moments, all of the violence that can be prevented, or at the very least minimized, by having open and frank discussions, listening to people who have trouble finding a voice or making themselves heard in the public sphere. The passing of a great actor, actress, public figure is sad, but it happens. We're all gonna die. It's uncomfortable to think about, but we are. But it seems to me that what we should be focusing on a little more is taking that great influence and extending it out to try and make the world a better place. And at the same time focus on taking that example, but also being mindful of the very preventable things that have occurred. The different terror attacks, the different hate crimes, the different systemic issues that lead to violence in this country and around the world cannot be cured overnight, but if we're all a little more honest with ourselves and a little more honest with each other, some of the conversations we can have and should be having, I think, could go a long way to making us more and more people dying of old age than untimely, premature, and needless reasons. So, today, tomorrow, the next time a beloved public figure dies, think a little more about what you can do since you are alive. Think about the legacy you want to leave, the things you want people to say about you when you are no longer in this world. And with that, I'll get off my soapbox. Thank you for listening. Please leave a comment in the comments below. Like and subscribe. Let me know your thoughts. Leave a memory. Leave a call to action. Thank you. Have a great day. Without making this into a pity party, having lost 2 grandparents last year, yes, I miss them dearly, but when they come to mind, I try and think about them in the mindset of the good work they did in their life. Being a part of that greatest generation, having gone through so much struggle, I think back to the amount of work and dedication they put forth, the care that they provided to my parents to get them to be the way they are, to help make me the way I am, so that maybe one day I can help you, I hope. It's just something to think about.